What's up, everybody, and welcome to Buzzworthy TV. And I'm your girl, Lady T. And tonight we're talking Hollywood Divas, y'all. And as you know, it's the season finale, so let's get into it. Tonight's episode actually picks up with Paula getting together with the girls minus Countess at a restaurant because she wants to clear up the mix-up with the shooting being canceled. You know, last week the shooting got canceled because she sent out a text saying that Countess couldn't film because she was still recuperating. So she gets together with the girls to just clear up everything. And when they all get together, you know, she lets them know, hey, you know, it was a misunderstanding, and everybody, particularly Elise, is not feeling her lame ass excuse. They're like, you know what? You are not being here. You are not a good director because you're not here. We know that you're talented, but by you being absent all the time gives room for all these errors, such as a shooting get canceled when you didn't want it to be canceled. If you were present and being a director like you were supposed to, it wouldn't have happened. And I agree. Like, you all, you know, jumping up and just leaving the set and not taking care of business as a director, but then don't want anyone to take the helm of the project, always screaming that I'm the director, but you're not really doing your job. So I'm glad Elise called you on it. And, you know, because really what happened was, as she finally breaks down and says, is that, you know, when she talked to Countess and found out that she could film, she sent it out. Not that she didn't want to film, but she sent it out and she already knew that it was only enough budget to shoot one more day. So she should have been honest and said, hey, I did want to shoot some more. Countess can't shoot and we don't have enough money. But she wasn't real about what was going on. So everybody, like I said, particularly Elise, is just, you know, not feeling the lame ass excuse. And they're telling her she got to do better. And I agree. And Paula goes on to say, yeah, you're right. I do got to do better. But Countess feels as if we're trying to squeeze her out of the project. Particularly you guys, you know, she feels have been bullying her. And Golden speaks up and is like, how have we been bullying her when she had voluntary surgery? Yeah, I feel bad for her and I want her to get better, but this was voluntary and we got a job to do. So, if anything, she's bullying us because we can't even recast her. So, Paula's like, well, I'm going to call Countess. And Golden gets to her feels like, why are you calling Countess when she's drugged up? But Paula calls her anyway, and Countess picks right up. And she tells Paula, like, yeah, I felt like the girls were trying to bully me and push me out of the project. And Paula asks her, well, are you sure you're going to be able to shoot on Tuesday? And Countess is like, yeah, I'll be able to shoot on Tuesday. And so, with that being said, you know, she said, okay, we'll see you Tuesday. And Countess is like, okay, and thanks for having my back. So, with that being said, the girls are like, okay, well, we're going to go on this plan. We're going to wait for Countess to show up, and we're going to have this final day of shooting. Then we have Lisa. She is really ecstatic because her kids are coming to see her. They're going to be in town for a whole month, and she's really excited. You know, her two oldest boys, who we really didn't know too much about from the Real Housewives of Atlanta because they weren't really allowed to be shown on camera. Yeah, thanks Keith Sweat. So we really didn't even know she had these older boys. But anyway, all her older boys, including KJ. Well, no, is it KJ? Anyway, leave it down in the comments. Is it KJ or EJ? Leave it down in the comments. But anyway, even her youngest son with the football player is there. And, you know, she's just so happy to see them. And she tells them what's been going on in her life. And she gets caught up on what's going on with them. And, you know, it was a nice, sweet moment for her to be reunited with her kids. And then we have the last day of shooting. Now, the last day of the shooting was really crazy. First, we got, Elise and Corrupt. They're doing their scene. And I guess in the movie, they supposed to be a couple. Anyway, y'all, I'm really not feeling this movie. I just gotta say that. Because it really does seem like not even a B-list movie, like an EF movie. I don't even know how we supposed to see this. It don't even look like it's Netflix worthy. So, I guess they're going to put it on TV One, since TV One is the network that's putting out the Hollywood Divas reality show. So, we might be able to see it on TV One. But, y'all, I'm really not feeling this. I don't know. Put it down in the comments. I know y'all been watching this show. So, tell me for what y'all been seeing when they shoot, if y'all will be feeling watching the White Sisters. Because I'm not feeling it. But anyway, so Countess comes to set. She can barely walk. Char has driven her there. And she has this scene where she's in bed with her dude. And I guess she get oral sex. And I'm like, is this the only scene you in? Like, if I do see this crap of a movie, are you only in this one scene? And if you are, like, what was the big deal about her being in this one scene? Like, y'all could have taken it or left it, like, for real. Because if that's her one scene, then Countess, I feel sorry for you, boo-boo, because that wasn't nothing. That's supposed to be your big comeback or your big contribution to this project, to say, hey, I'm here. You gotta do better than that. So I hope you did do more scenes, because that wasn't Then, after that, Paula just ups and leaves. Like, she don't tell nobody she gone. She just ups and leaves. And Elise is mad, and rightfully so, because she's in her trailer waiting on getting some more direction. And she comes out, and she's like, where's Paula? And they're like, well, she gone. She's like, are you serious? So Elise gets upset. And she's like, well, you know what? I'm leaving. If she gonna leave, there ain't no sense in me being here. But the other two guys that was working on the project, they're like, you the backbone of this project. We need you. And she was like, because of y'all, I'm not gonna leave. I'm gonna, stick it out and be a professional. So she sticks it out, and Paula does come back. And Elise just ain't having it. She was like, don't talk to me unless it's pertaining to the film. Basically, she just not feeling her. So they get through the final day, and it's a wrap. Like I said, we shall see how this all come out, because from what I saw, it ain't about nothing. Then, so after that, Golden and Elise, they go shopping. They're done wrapping the movie, so they feel like they need some retail therapy. And Elise tells Golden what happened when she went to shoot last night. And she tells her, I was shooting and Paula just left. And she was just telling Golden how unprofessional she felt that was, and how she's going to, basically call Paula on her bullshit. And she should. Because Paula, you've been the main one talking about you the head, bitch in charge or whatever, but you ain't never there, and they've been picking up your slack. So she has every right to call you on your bullshit. Well, the final scene is with Paula gathering all the girls together for a bonfire. And I thought that was particularly weird, because it wasn't a dinner. She wanted to do a bonfire. But however the case, they all come. And Paula Countess, she gets driven up there, and she's still in the wheelchair. Now, two things I want to know pertaining to Countess. Countess, do you drive? Because I think in an interview like a year and a half ago, you said you didn't drive, and evidently you don't, because I see a lot of people drive you to where you need to go. And then number two, Countess, you obviously were not up to filming, and I'm not even talking about the low budget film that y'all trying to put out, but I'm talking about even filming this reality show. Half the time, you were recovering from liposuction. So it was just like, you were just a complete mess. And I love you. Like, I love your honesty and I love your realness, but you just wasn't all the way there, especially like towards the last couple of episodes. Anyway, so at the bonfire, Elise, takes this time to tell Paula, like, hey, I think that you really left us hanging. You, as the director, you were non-existent. You did not handle your business as far as keeping us abreast of things that were going on. And you were just basically unprofessional. And Paula was like, I apologize, but I couldn't be honest with you guys what was going on with me, particularly with me leaving the other day, because I couldn't tell y'all, hey, I had to do the red carpet for True Blood, because y'all would have felt some type of way. And I would, at least, if you would have been woman enough to say, hey, I have a red carpet event, but I'm leaving y'all with good hands, they would have felt better about the situation. But you did. You just up and left and abandoned your crew. And you're supposed to be the director. And I would at least grow some balls. If you want to have this big, if you want to be a director, you got to have some balls. So, yeah, you should have said something and be like, the hell with them. Hey, I got this red carpet event. I left y'all with good hands. I'll see y'all later. But all this pucking out like a bitch when you're a director, that's not a good look. And, after Elise expresses this, Paula's like, yeah, you're right. I do got to do better. And she was like, I do think that part of my problem is that I have a problem with men. I guess she has a problem, with men, because she always feels like they want to abuse her and take advantage of her. Which I understand that, but what does that have to do with you being a director? I don't get it. Maybe she should share some light. She could share some light on it during the reunion show. But anyway, I don't get it. Then, Countess breaks down and talks about her abortion that she had, that she took care of herself. And she admits that she took some medication that could have really killed her. But she did it because she knew she had people counting on her and she was dedicated to her craft. And, everybody, gathers around her and they start crying because they weren't aware to the lengths that she went through to be successful back in the day. And I felt bad for Countess, because when you have to make a decision just to appease everybody else, that's hard to deal with. And I do feel like that's a lot of the reason why she took a step back from the limelight, because she always felt like she gave so much of herself that she wanted a little piece. She wanted to gain some of who Countess was. And I think she only felt like she could do that if she just stepped away. But anyway, y'all, that was the episode. It was cute for what it was. I'm glad they were actually able to finish the project. I'm kind of interested to see what happens to it, if it's going to be on Netflix or if, TV One going to put it out. And, it was good to see the girls kind of, have a resolution. Anyway, y'all, till next time, peace and love.